Russian Republic, a nation in Kaiserreich that can actually become very strong if you know only how to play it. And today, of course, as the Russian Republic, we are going to be going down the path of the great Savinkov. And what we shall do today is dominate Europe and turn Russia from a failed white state into an absolute powerhouse. So speaking of Savinkov's Great Russia, we're going to address our army. Production. Alright, so first, I'm canceling every single tank production because they suck. Ships I'm disregarding, and then planes and trains, same thing. And then I'm going to add some production on anti-air, artillery, guns, support equipment, and then after that the rest on guns. Research. I'm going to get engineering, production, construction, and then after that some interwar artillery. Factories. I'm going to be building some civilian factories in the areas with good infrastructure, 60% or over, since they build faster. And then I'm going to organize the army. And now it's time that we let the game run after when we have organized our army. So now let's go and go on the path to making the Russian Republic great again. And now since the army has been addressed, now going to just wait for a little bit. Now it is time to control the Supreme Court and make sure that they don't do anything funky. And since the Supreme Court has been controlled, I'm now going to rush down into getting the Voskhod program to start improving my industry and my great economy. And what I'm going to do now is establish the VES. And now since we have now created the VES, I'm now going to get the Voskhod program. And a question of funding, y'all. Yes, let's just annoy our people, since the military matters more. And last year, Niv Kornilov, yeah, just honor him. And now the Voskhod program is done. And now what I'm going to do now is get the Savinkov constitution and rush down into getting Gostoraja. So then I could eventually get rid of some anti-Russian resistance cells, which I will have eventually. So it's time to get the Savinkov constitution. And since the Savinkov constitution is done, I am now going to get crowns from the Eagles and remove the authoritarian Democrats from the coalition. And now it is time that I now get the necessary revenge and get rid of some liberalism. Now it is time to declare the Russian state and get rid of death throes of the Republic so then I can get some more political power gain. And since we have now became the Russian state, I am now going to immediately get Vanguard of the Knights of Terror. And now our flag has changed to include some weird circle and a sword. So I guess that's nice. Alright, Navy is our pride. Army's our pride. So, and then if we complete the decisions, then we can get some more political power, which I will need. And now it's time that we get Gostoraja, so then we can get rid of those terrible resistance cells. Alright, now since Gostoraja is done, I'm going to start the process of cracking down on anti-Russian resistance. The way I'm going to do that is that I'm going to disband 9 units and start cracking down on them. And focuses, I'm now going to start working on getting some artilization. And now artilization is done. And now what I'm going to do now is organize some relief work. And our organized relief work is done, and now what I'm going to immediately do now is pacify my navy and my army demands. And then after that I'm going to focus more on industry. Now since that focus is done, I'm now going to immediately get will to victory. And then after that, get rid of my army demands. And now will to victory is done. And now what I'm going to do now is to modernize the Trans-Siberian Railway. And now since the Trans-Siberian Railway has been modernized, I'm now going to get the Ural program and then immediately start building some railroads. And now since the Ural program is done, I'm now going to develop the Heartlands. And then after that, start clicking some decisions to get some factories. And the only reason why I'm helping out the communists in Spain is just because... Alright, just hear me out here. If I get the Carlists or the Kingdom of Spain, then they're gonna flank out France and then they're gonna die and then Germany's forces are gonna be all on me and then they're gonna win. But then if I have the Syndicalists win, then they're gonna hold out the Germans for longer, giving me more time to prepare to kill the Germans. That's my plan. So just make the Syndicalists very strong, but just make them competent enough to hold out while I just prepare. And now it's time that I start getting an urban housing program, of course. And then after that, let's just keep using decisions to get industry. Since I can make the Syndicalists to win here. Good, and now the anarchists have now won against the Carlists, and now it's about time that we start attacking their troops. Like this one Kingdom of Spain division. And now the urban housing program is done, and now I'm going to get a research slot. Alright, now focuses, I'm going to get the Siberian development program. And that's what I just keep developing our industry. And now the Kazakh state has broken away. I don't care. I'll cook you guys anyways. And thankfully the Syndicalists in Spain are winning, which means that they'll hold out the Reichspakt for a little longer, so then I could go kill them. Alright, now it's about time that we motorize our supply and modify my division to make it more favorable. And this is exactly what it's gonna look like. Just something like this. Perfect. It's a solid division with lots of artillery that is literally going to shred through our enemy armies. Alright, now it's time to go cook the Kazakhs and kill them. Go. Have fun. And since the Siberian development program is done, I'm not going to rush down into ending the Vilnius Agreement so then I could lower German economic influence. And I think I helped out the Spanish Syndicalists enough to the point that they were able to finish off the kingdom. So that's good. A third Europe is done, and now I'm going to immediately end the Vilnius Agreement. And now since we have now ended the Vilnius Agreement, I'm now going to get a treaty with the French. Wow, just absolutely destroying Kazakhstan. Good, and now the Kazakhs have capitulated. And now I'm going to march down into Turkestan, and then of course Kiev. And since I now have a treaty with the French, I'm now going to immediately start conscripting people for labor. And now there goes the Turkestani Republic. And now since I have conscripted people for labor, I'm now going to immediately get fate of federalism. Since nobody likes the federal Russia. Well, I don't think my people do. I swear to God Kiva's dead and they're not dead, bro. Like, what is this bullcrap? Bro, it's like, I swear to God, this is peak garbage. Why are they not dead yet? Kill them all and they're dead. Annex everyone. Cool. And you know what? Bypass this focus, and then after that, assimilate the bandit states. The only reason why I canceled that focus is so I'm able to actually integrate my glorious Turkestani states. Poland's nationalist, Ukraine is regular, Belarus is socialist, Lithuania is socialist, United Baltic Duchy is the United Baltic Duchy, and Sweden's in the Reichspakt. But not gonna lie, the Third International is getting their little Western gang over here. I like that, because then that means that the Reichspakt is going to be bogged down for longer. Which is good, because I'd rather have a stronger international that would contest the Reichspakt, honestly. And now it's about time that I start actually correcting the border with Iran. Since we now got the mission to Iran, I'm now going to immediately start getting some progress to the steppes. And now with progress to the steppes being done, I'm now going to get the last refuge of the bandits to eventually invade Afghanistan, and then after that I'm going to focus back on some political stuff. And now since that focus is done, I'm now going to immediately destroy Russian federalism so then I could get some political power. And now the federal structure of Russia. Alright, so I'm going to centralize. So first I'm going to get this and then just get the top option. And then after that I'm going to appoint advisor Filonenko. And then after that I'm going to get the rise of these Svobodniks. And now it is time for me to now get some new Russian culture. And since we now have some new Russian culture, I'm now going to get state cult of the Vozhd. And now the Vozhd's image. So we can get Hero of the Northern Ice March. Little mid. Revolutionary Genius looks good, but Father of the Russian People. Look, daily compliance gain is way too overpowered. It looks like nothing, but this will build up trust. So Stern Father of the People it is. And I'm just gonna keep clicking decisions to get some resources. And now I'm going to go ally with the Faith to get some more stability and some population. And now since we have now allied with the Faith, I'm now going to get some corporatist representation to lower my consumer goods, because nobody likes consumer goods. And you know what? I think it's about time that I now invade Afghanistan. And now corporatist representation is done, and now I'm going to immediately get some national solidarism or get the American Ice March. Oh, that's good. Alright, so I'm going to get the American Ice March for some more army XP and some air XP, and then I'm going to get national solidarism, catechism of a national revolutionary, and stuff like that. And now it's time to get rid of the Afghan state and kill it. And now since now the American Ice March is done, I am now going to actually now approach the Entente. I did not time to send my infantry just rushing into the capital, just to capitulate them faster. Alright, good, and now we are successful in taking the capital, which means that all I just gotta do is split them in half, and then after that just go on with our day. And now Afghanistan is dead, and then after that I'm gonna start doing decisions to lower German economic influence, since I don't like the fact that they're in control of my economy, and they shall not be, so let's start making measures to get rid of them. And now it is about time that I get some national solidarism. And now national solidarism is done, and now I'm going to get catechism of a national revolutionary. And then after that I'm going to save up political power to go up to partial mobilization. And now since that focus is done, what I am going to do now is get the Russian cause for some recruitable population. And then after that, I'm just going to keep saving up political power to mobilize my economy into partial mob. And now since the Russian cause is done, I'm now going to start working on getting a more competent military industry. And now it's time to mobilize my economy up to partial mobilization. And now the War of Motors is done. And now I'm going to get Detroit on Volga for some more factories. But I swear to God, I do not have coal. I legitimately do not have coal. And now speaking of my tank design, so since it's now an improved medium tank, well the engine, it's pretty good with Christie suspension. Alright, so we got 10.6 kilometers an hour with medium howitzer, with best radio you can fit in, with some wet ammunition storage. Oh, and one thing that I want to add is easy maintenance. Oh my god, I should get easy maintenance. So I want to get easy maintenance first because it increases reliability without increasing production costs. So I'm gonna dedicate myself to researching maintenance companies. And now Detroit on Volga is done. And now what I'm going to do now is get GOS to lower my infantry equipment and my support equipment cost.
Мирно! Я готов! До приказа! Внимание! Готов выдвигаться! Ройсь!
And now since that focus is done, I am now going to consolidate the security services. And since I now have spies, I'm going to immediately start building a spy network in Ukraine and also in Belarus. And I'm also going to make a plane. What the hell, bro? Bro, I'm not making basic medium airframes. I just only want fighters and CAS. So let's get engine 2s. Oh my god, that's so slow. Bro, I have no clue why I disregarded that. Oh no, now I cannot make a plane. My life is over. Oh crap. Well, you know, I'll see if I can make it work. Get the radio nav, strategic materials usage, get this, heavy machine guns, and then cannons. Wow, so it's just barely higher than the thrust. I don't know, since I now have made my plane design, I'm going to start using it and producing it. Well, bro, so what's happening to my military factories? Oh, it's because they're going off the guns. That's why. So yes, let's make some planes, and then after that I'm going to make some CAS. Same thing, except this time there's just bomb locks. Yeah, so this is just some cheap CAS, just to get our state rolling. And then after that, I want to build some more military factories, since we don't have military factories. And now since the security services have been consolidated, I'm now going to evaluate the VVFR. And now focuses, I'm now going to finalize Operation Yekaterina. And now since we have now finalized Operation Yekaterina, I'm now going to get the State Aviation Directorate. And after that, I'm just going to keep on modernizing this Russian state.
Готов! Мирно! Готов! Готов выдвигаться! Готов выдвигаться!
And speaking of focuses, what I'm going to do now is the 5th columnists and start annoying the German puppets. That's about time that I make my tank template. So disregard all of them and let's make a tank. Improved medium, Christie, engine, nice engine of course, best turret, improved medium howitzer, this, easy maintenance, and after that I'm going to do welded armor. Alright, so this seems like a pretty strong tank. It's a fast one and it has a bunch of armor. Oh my god, I don't have enough army XP. Oh hell no. I'm just gonna wait, since I need army experience now. And now since that focus is done, I guess I could get maybe sponsor Belgrade, some allies. Alright, and now it's time to fully complete my tank design and start putting these bad boys into production, since I'm gonna be needing a lot of tanks and planes. So I'm gonna be making some CAS, some fighters, definitely some more fighters and CAS, some tanks, anti-tank, lots of stuff. Now it's about time that I get the Chinese frontier. And focuses, What I'm going to get now is actually funding the GAU to lower a bunch of equipment costs so that I could make them better and faster and cheaper. Now it's about time that, well, I don't really know what I should get now, but how about we get some air defense infrastructure? But the things like I just need is a bit more factories, since I'm gonna need lots of planes, artillery, lots of guns, since I don't have guns. I'm in a deficit actually. And I think it's about time that I start making front lines. So I'm gonna put 3 divisions guarding Crimea. Then I'm going to train some mountaineer shock troops, or just some mountaineers, just to defend the border. 31 mountains. Now I officially have 0 equipment. And now since that focus is done, I'm not going to get the Rus system. And plus I also clicked all the decisions to develop my military industry, so I should be getting factories pretty soon. And now it's about time that... Should I start the war? Not yet. Well, first I'm going to become Spy Master. And then after that, I'm going to get synthetic chemistry for some more rubber. Time that I started inviting some people into my faction, like Mongolia, and I'm definitely going to influence Poland. And now it's about time that I get the Moscow Economic Council. Oh great, now here comes the Syndicalist war. I hope they win. And now it's about time that I trade for some coal. Holy crap, my industry is starting to be very strong now. And plus I'm also making 512 guns a day, which is pretty good. And now the Syndicalists are now in a full-blown war with the Reichspakt, and they're doing pretty well, which is good. Since I don't want them to pulverize the Syndicalists so easily. Ooh, somehow they're pushing. Nice. Look at that, so now the Commune of France. Look at that, and now the Italians have joined. Which means that I'm gonna start setting up my troops now, since the Reichspakt is looking weak. It's just, I need my mountaineers though, that's the thing. Alright, so I'm going to get... Alright, so the question is, where's my horses? Because these guys are gonna guard up these 3 tiles right here. And then Denikin's army is gonna go from here all the way down. And then after that, I'm just going to redraw the front, or the fallback line. Again, just with a different army. And now focus is, I'm going to get Petrograd security. Testing the Eagle? No, yes, I don't know. It's just that the only thing that I need right now is just equipment and production efficiency. That's all that I need, just full-on production and military factories, since I don't have either of those. And now it's about time that I expand the guard formations. And the only reason why I'm taking so long is just because I need to prepare. I need my factories to be good. Ooh, why are the Syndicalists actually doing pretty well? Oh, yep, and now they're starting to get pushed. Oh, no, they're not. Alright, so they're doing pretty well, honestly. Which I like that. Oh my god, and they're also at war with the Balkan Pact. I just really want to strike, but I can't because I don't have the guns for the troops. Plus, I also don't have lots of aircraft either. Come on, just give me guns. Give me rifles. I swear to God, we never have coal. What is this bullcrap, bro? Swear to God. Alright, so I might just trade with the Japanese Empire. And now I have 29 divisions of full-on mountains. So I'm going to make a fallback line now. This is basically going to be a huge wall. New army, field marshal, new commanders. And now it's about time that I make the fallback line with my mountains. And the only reason why I'm making my fallback line onto this supply hub is just because then that means that the Azerbaijanis will starve. And I will be flourishing with food. And now it's about time that I improve the Savinkov line, get some forts, and then after that I'm going to start the preemptive war. Why did my spy need to get captured now? Why? I don't like this. This is poopy. Oh, and since I'm flourishing with political power, I'm going to replace this dude with Savinkov's shadow, so that I could get another spy slot. Holy crap, these are crazy divisions. So I'm just going to use these guys as like Finnish front infantry, just like people who will stand there and do absolutely nothing. So this is going to be the division with people. That's it. It's just going to be the division with people. So these guys are, so there's 26 divisions to guard up against the Finnish border. And now it's time that we put these 22 divisions under a commander to guard the border of Finland. And what these guys are just going to be doing is standing. That's it. You're going to stand and just murder Finns if you have the chance. Now we wait if everything's good. Our supply hubs aren't really that bottlenecked, except for this area, which is going to be a little annoying. So I think I should just build a supply hub right here. And then after that, I'm going to start the war. It's just the thing is, I only need this supply hub only, and then I'll be okay. Now what I'm going to get now is just one last focus, and that one last focus is going to be army commissars. Alright, now it's time to throw my spies back on the enemy areas. And I'm also now going to go to the people and make them less pissed. And now it's time for me to now draw some front lines. So from Pskov all the way down into, oh my god, and I can't even do the front lines. Alright, so so I'm just gonna delete all front lines. And then after this focus, I'm gonna start the preemptive war. And now the army commissars, yeah, keep them happy. And now it's time to start the preemptive war. Since I think I am just pretty much prepared, I have the industry now to actually maintain a war instead of just crying that the fact that my industry is terrible. Plus the Syndicalists. Like, I'm actually impressed. And the only reason why they're doing well is just because I helped them get Spain and Italy somehow won, so I guess. And the Balkan Pact got destroyed and we got a very big Ottoman Empire. I don't care. And for some reason, I didn't hear anything about like, a free Russian army uprising happening, so I guess that's good. Now that preemptive war is done, since we now have an economic fallout, I guess that's something. And now it's about time that we make our front lines. And sure, they're attacking right now, but that doesn't mean that we're going to lose. Oh, look at that, now we got a lot of troops here. Since I want to allocate all my troops now, and sure, I'm probably gonna get pushed for a little bit. Oh my god, why? Holy shit, bro. What is this? Oh, I swear to god, bro. I just started the war and I'm already having a mental breakdown. What is this crap? Go, 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 go. I hate this redeployment. What is this? Oh, whatever, because there's not a lot of Ukrainians here, so I guess what I could do this. Or this. Oh god. What is this bullshit, man? Oh, well, so when my armies finally reorganize, I'm going to push. And thankfully there's no stupid Free Russian army, because Free Russian army my fucking ass, bro. Good, and now we have successfully contained whatever this dog shit was. And focus is, I don't know, Caucasian stuff. Now guess what I am going to start? The encirclement of Khrushchev. Let's go with that, kill it, and then after that march further south. And then after that march. Alright. Alright, now let's go pulverize the Alright, now let's go pulverize the Reichspakt. Make them pay for their atrocities in World War I. Look at that, just a full-on massacre is going on now. Plus also, and since I also did all the decisions in the 5th columnists, I'm actually doing pretty well now, since I'm now
До приказа. Так точно. Готов. Внимание. До приказа. Внимание. Так точно. Ходим. Слушаю. Внимание. Готов выдвигаться. Отступаем! Выходим! Вперед! Давай! Я готов. До приказа. Выходим! Готов. Брось! Внимание. Входим! Выдвигаться. Готов выдвигаться. Мирно. Брось! Зададим жару! Мирно! Слушаю. Внимание. Так точно. До приказа. Смирно! Готов выдвигаться. Так точно! Готов выдвигаться. Так точно! Готов выдвигаться. Слушаю! Так точно! Слушаю! Выходим! Слушаю! Давай, давай! Брось! Внимание! До приказа! Готов! Так точно! Так точно! Мирно! Я готов! Слушаю! Слушаю! Так точно! Готов подвигаться! Так точно!
Alright, and now let's start pushing. In time that we start winning a war. Alright. Ooh, I see encirclements, but the thing is I don't got equipment. Wait, I have a lot of guns, but anti-tank is a whole different world. So I'm going to allocate some factories. My rubber deficit got so bad that I can't even make a fucking plane anymore. Hell, you can't make planes. And you know what? Reorganize the army, or just make sure that organization bar is competently high. And then after that, start another offensive and kill them. Alright, now let's start the offensives to cripple the Reichspakt once and for all.
Мирно!
So I'm starting on marching to Galicia and Lodomeria. Because once I get rid of Galicia, it's gonna be another major ally of the Reichspakt destroyed. And not gonna lie, Finnish offensive. Let's just do an offensive into Finland and Sweden. Destroy the Finnish state. Look at that, and now Sweden capitulated. That's nice. Very good. And now it's about time that I get some education and heroism.
Готов? Мирно!
Alright, now it's about time that I start destroying the Georgian state using my own mountain troops.
Готов выдвигаться! Готов!
Alright, and now let's see this tank division. This thing's disgusting. What the hell is this? Since I want to make a tank template, not some infantry garbage. So it's time to make our little tank template. It's gonna be a very competent one. It's gonna be full of trucks and tanks, and more tank. And then after that I want ordnance, this, anti-air, signal is good, more truck, and then after that more tank. Look at that, so 800 soft attack. So now let's put these bastards into training. And boy, we do not have tanks for this. Since all of our production is not even on tanks, so let's start throwing some planes on tanks. Or start throwing some factories on the armor.
Мирно! До приказа! Слушаю! Готов!
Alright, and you know what? This Far Eastern army is becoming a bad problem. So I'm just gonna train up 30 divisions, put them at the border, and then we'll cook them later. Honestly, I don't know what to do about this front. Ooh, I see a Ukrainian push. Because if I can use this to my advantage, I can push them out. But the thing is, all I just need is Ukraine to capitulate, but there's so many German troops here now that I cannot.
Готов! Слушаю!
Come on, bro. All I just gotta do is... No, I didn't split them. Ooh, I can go to Krakow. Go and take the great city of Krakow. Peace conference? Oh my god, seriously? What is this? Alright, so now that was a big inconvenience because I thought they capitulated, but they didn't. Oh well. So now I'll start marching further south into the peoples of America. We have did it. Or the great peoples of Russia. We have done it. Alright, and I'm going to take over as much of territory as possible. Baltic territory, free Russian army is poop. And then after that, I'm going to take Menel. Alright, and they can have... Oh, Germany? Well, the thing is, I can't even pop it shit, bro. Well, I guess I could get Navy, my... Man, you know what? No, so I want to contest the East. So I at least want Eastern Germany under my thumb. That's the only thing that I want, just Eastern Germany under my thumb. Plus, I also want Lower Silesia, and I cannot get it, so fine. Get out of this peace conference satisfied. Oh, and that's taken all Finland. But at least I got my crap back, like the Baltics. And you know what it's time for? To hopefully march through Georgia, and then after that just destroy the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And they capitulated too. Here's what I'm gonna do. Republic of Poland, so I'm gonna give them Galicia. Really? I don't have peace conference, bro? What is this? And then after that, I'm going to annex Hungary. Because the only thing that I want to give to Poland is just Galicia and Lodomeria. Make them a little bit chunkier. And then after that, I'm going to go destroy the Ukrainian state, since it's the only bastard left. They are... And you know what? I'm going to allocate my entire air force here. Just make some cast damage happen. And then after that, we're going to make a front line and pulverize Ukraine. And plus, our air force is also being pretty competent. Alright, now it's time to start marching through Ukraine. Yes, now Boldarev has been captured. Woohoo! So now we don't need to... Wait, now we're at peace with the Far Eastern Army now? We lost our Siberian resources, so I'm going to go take it back. Because I don't want some illegitimate Russia taking all my crap for themselves. That will not be happening. I got it. Why are the Syndicalists kind of powerful? They are kind of powerful, but well. And you know what? The Eureka Conference. And what I also want to do after this war is that I want to start a war with the Ottoman Empire, just so I can get some puppets. Come on, bro. That's all, bro. All I just need is Kiev. And now there goes Ukraine, and I want it all into my sphere of influence. So this time, I want absolutely nothing going to the Syndicalists, since I can core these territories. Naval, I'll just take the Ukrainian Navy. And look at that. The Russian state at peace, almost. We're very close to peace. We are very close. It's just that now we gotta just finish the Caucasian front off. But at least we now got a nice and strong Republic of Poland over here, stretching from Warsaw down to Lvov. Alright, so I'm gonna assimilate into territory, and then the fate of Brest as assimilate into territory, because why not? And now it's time that we send our entire military there and go and kill the Caucasian. And you know what I'm going to get now? The rebirth of Russia. Now I got a Swedish commune here. No, I don't like communism. But look at that. The Russian state has been made grand and strong once again. And plus we also now have a nice Polish ally over here. We could puppet them, but why? Just let Shmigwa chill. I don't think he wants another war, and I don't want another war either. I just want to finish off these poor Georgian bastards and call it a day. And now the rebirth of Russia is done, and now I'm going to get union with Ukraine to start coring their territory. Same with Belarus and the Baltics. And then after that I could, ooh, Lords of Eurasia. Ooh, and the Burnt Sun. Ooh, Partisan War. Not gonna lie, bro, this is actually a very strong focus tree. Plus I could also get Third Russian Revolution and get rid of anger. Come on, bro, I just gotta get rid of Caucasian manpower now. It's not about time that we just start removing them from existence. Like the Georgian and Azerbaijani states. Alright, and you know what? And after this long, grueling ass war, and for some reason we still haven't, you know, there goes Georgia, we annex them. Since we can core them later. Who is contesting me? The Brits? Motherfuckers, bro, Britain, I swear to God, I will literally smack your stupid post-British committee out of here right now. Alright, thank you for shutting the fuck up. Thank you. That was so annoying of you, fucking Brits. Alright, let's go some more Azerbaijanis. After that, I'm going to, I don't know, kill the Ottomans? They're right on my border, but not for now since the focus takes 35 days. And you know what? The Baltic question. And now let's get rid of Azerbaijan. Look at that. The legacy of the Weltkrieg. Survive the second Weltkrieg. Cool. Alright, so now what I'm going to do now is send... See, Nick, that wasn't so hard. As Russia defeat Germany and have all Staten territories except Finland owned by your faction. I don't know what the hell that means. Alright, time for me to now set up front lines on the Ottoman Empire, and let's go wipe out their incompetent state. Since it'll feel good to kill them. Get rid of my old rival and destroy them once and for all. And don't worry, we will pulverize the Ottoman Empire and destroy their sphere of influence and integrate them into the Russian state's sphere of influence. Since the Syndicalists are kind of a little bit too powerful, so how about we make myself a little bit powerful? Oh my god, and now there's a Qing Empire. Look, now you got a Qing Empire over here. Ooh, they got an industry. And now since the Baltic question is done, I'm now going to get brotherhood with Belarus, and then after that I'm going to go destroy the Ottoman Empire. Since nobody likes a successful Ottoman Empire, we want to destroy them and integrate them into our sphere of influence. And now since brotherhood with Belarus is done, I'm going to destroy the Ottoman Empire. Because why not? Since I'm so bored and plus I don't want to end the video here, because why the hell would I end the video when I'm not even very powerful yet? So let's go kill the Ottomans. Then after that I'm going to invade China and Japan. And then end the video there, because I am not going to invade the Syndicalists because they look a little bit too strong. Just a little bit. And now since that focus is done, so what I'm going to do now is just fall back into an area with supply hubs, since I don't have supply over here, and that's bad. So I'm going to get this and this supply hub, and then just set up accordingly. Since I desperately need supply. Alright, now it's about time that I start using my mountaineers to go and push through the Ottoman forces, of course. Look at that, some dead Turks in Turkmenistan. And then after that, I'm just gonna keep building up air bases since my air bases are not good. They can't even store that much planes, so I need to upgrade them. Alright, now we have full air superiority over Transcaucasia, and now it's time to start massacring Ottoman planes. Now we got the war in Afghanistan going right now. Alright, now let's make some front lines. And now it's about time that we do our offensive. Kill it now. Alright, now let's go destroy the Ottoman state. Alright, and you know, I'm going to get Jewel of Anti-Colonialism. And plus I also now have commenced my invasion of Iran. Alright, now it's time to destroy the Ottoman states, and now the Syndicalists are trying to get a slice out of the Ottomans, and I won't let them have it. Look at that, so now we got the nice Caucasian offensive going. The nicest Caucasian offensive is going now, and then after that, I'm just gonna keep on pushing the Ottomans out of Caucasia. Get that. Oh my god, bro. Now just look at this march into the Ottoman state. This full-on march into the Ottomans. Come on, and now all I just need to do is just keep on marching and encircling their troops. And then after that, go and take get rid of this Camel division. Alright, come on. All I just gotta do is just march into the sublime Ottoman state and kill it. Look at that, and I split off the Ottomans. Come on, come on, all I just gotta do is just advance further into this Ottoman state and kill it before the Syndicalists get any more of this Ottoman Empire, since I want it all for myself. And yes, I am a greedy bastard. Oh my god, now this is just a diabolical Ottoman encirclement. Look at that, it's like 23-ish divisions? Pretty good. Not terrible, and plus I'm also starting to march through northern Iran. Now there goes the Ottomans. And here's what I want to do. I want to take over Egypt, since I want to solidify my dominance in the east. And then I also want to annex Iran. Alright, now I got a bunch of crap happening. Speaking of Jabal Shamar, I'm going to annex Jabal Shamar. And then the Ottomans, I'm going to take as much land as possible. Plus I also want to take their industrial core areas like Anatolia and Iraq, since all these areas are going to be their industrial core. Alright, I'm also going to take over Muscat too. And then after that I want to solidify my dominance over the Levant, since the Syndicalists deserve absolutely nothing. They deserve nothing out of this Ottoman state. I'm also going to solidify my dominance over Western Anatolia. And then after that I'm going to try to contest Istanbul and Edirne. And also Cyprus and then Khuzestan, since I'm not letting the Ottoman, since I'm not gonna let the Syndicalists have anything. And plus I also want all of Libya too, and same with the Dodecanese Islands. The Syndicalists deserve absolutely nothing out of this glorious. Oh my god, and there's no way I'm letting the Italians control the Suez. Hell no. Oh, I wish I could get Morocco. Well, I could try. And no, I cannot. Look at that, and now there's one more state to contest. Look at that. A huge Russian Ottoman state. Look at this crap. It's a very big Russia. Look at that, and now the Princely Federation joins the Moscow Accord. Alright, fate of Armenia, assimilate into territory. Anatolia, Ottoman Empire. Restore the Ottomans. Muscat, liberate Muscat. Yemen, liberate. Persia, Hajar monarchy. Somalia, make a puppet. Libya, Cyrenaica, and Tripolitania. And then after that, an Egyptian monarchy. Cyprus, Ottomans. Look at that, and now we got a huge amount of influence now over the Middle East, and now we got our own huge puppets, like the Ottoman Empire has been liberated, the Egyptians, Arabia, Yemen, Muscat, the Trucial states, and plus we also now have an Iran, and now we have Princely Federation. And what I'm going to do now is go invade China, just because I feel like it. Since 1943, I don't think I should end the video now, and plus I don't think anyone would like the fact that I would end the video right now, so let's just go invade China, because why not? Alright, so now it's time to get Lords of Eurasia. And now since Lords of Eurasia is done, well, do I get a war goal or something? Like I do. Alright, so you know what we get? Anti-International Pact? That sounds nice, I guess. But you know we get the Third Russian Revolution. And do I know what I think it's time for? To destroy Puyi's dominance. So I'm now going to justify a war goal on Xibei Sanma so that I could go subjugate China. And now since we have got the Third Russian Revolution, I'm now going to get codification of the regime, savior of the world, or what should I get? Or the ideocratic principle. How about, you know what? The savior of the world. And I have justified the war goal on Xibei Sanma. Go declare war now, and then after that, call in everyone. Call in all of our besties and kill them. But our main concern here is definitely going to be supply. I can't believe we have 93 divisions just chilling here. Bro, I didn't even realize that we trained them. I swear to God, I did not even realize that I trained them. Bro, how are we getting shoved, bro? What is this? I think we just have to do some reorganization. Ooh, and I forgot about the Indian front. So I'm gonna send some troops and go and help with the Indian front. Since we're basically fighting the Qing Empire from the north and the west, like in India. And now since that focus is done, I guess I could get the warriors of the Vajj, then get rid of military anger, because why not? Finally, now we're starting to push into Xibei Sanma ever since we started to reorganize our great military. And now focus is, I'm not going to cleanse the party. Oh my god, and this mountain campaign is so, I don't know, so exhausting. It's just so exhausting. Oh my god. Look at that, now I've taken back the Mongolian capital, Urga. And now since the party has been cleansed, I guess I could get Council for Eurasian Assistance. I don't know. I don't honestly know what I'm supposed to do at this point. But at least now Tibet is back. The Tibetan state is now back, led by a baby. Oh my god, and just look at this whole entire assault on Yunnan. Just look at this. And now that area is just going to completely get destroyed. And this is going to be the thing that destroys the Qing Empire. The West is going to be what destroys Aysen Gyoropuyi's empire. Look at that. Oh my god. That's a freaking crazy circle. Well, it's not really an encirclement. It's just something. Wow, now it's an encirclement. Bro, so now this is what we're going to call something that cripples the Qing army. A full-on encirclement in Tibet. My god, I just can't believe we encircled 60 Qing divisions. Wow, that's insane. Look at this. Besides that, we're constantly attacking them, which means that they'll get more bled out by the minute. And plus, Yunnan is also starting to fall slowly. Oh my god, and now just look at that entire massacre of Qing troops. Just look at that entire massacre. Now let's see how much men they lost. Wow, so they lost 1.23 million men in just one encirclement. Wait, hold on. I want to see that encirclement. And focuses, I don't really know at this point. They're giving me civic militarism. And after when I'm done with China, I'm just going to end the video. Since I'm already tired and I don't want to play anymore. Like, I just legitimately do not want to play anymore. Oh my god, and now we're starting to march into Chongqing. And now it's about time that we start marching into Chongqing. Since now the West is what's really going to screw the Qing Empire. Not the North, but rather the West is what's going to kill the Qing. Come on, so just go and take Chongqing and then we'll have supply. Alright, and now let's just keep marching forward and take Chengdu, take Daxian, take all of these other Chinese cities and just cripple them. And not gonna lie, the Qing Empire does not have a lot of army anymore, or manpower, just because, you know, literally taken some of their cities. And now I guess we could get some separate mechanized divisions, I don't know. And after that, we're gonna take Chengdu and then just keep marching into the incompetent Qing Empire. And then after that, I'm gonna try to get in another encirclement, which did not succeed at all. Oh my god, and now we're finally starting to march through the Qing Empire now, instead of having them, you know, so we're not starting to pulverize them, since now the West is becoming annoying for them. And now our offensive is slowly starting to cripple them, which is good. Yes, and now I finally have planes up here. Finally. About fucking time already. Oh my god, finally. We're now starting to break through the Manchurian lands. I'm sure the Princely Federation is getting pushed back, but I'm now starting to push the Qing out of Mongolia and in Manchuria. So, it's not making progress. I'm now starting to make solid progress into China. I just hope the Empire of Japan can join this, because this is fun. Oh my god, and now look at this Qing Empire just getting destroyed. From every single city being taken. So just look at this. We now have officially destroyed the Qing Empire. Since we're now starting to march into Manchuria. Oh my god, just look at this Qing Empire getting completely destroyed. With every single march, we are slowly destroying the Qing and their incompetent army. And then after that, we're just gonna keep pushing, and then eventually capitulate them. And then if they take too long to capitulate, then I'm just gonna end the video, because I do not want to play anymore. I'm so tired to the point that I just want to stop playing already. But at least we have split off Eastern Manchuria from the rest of the front line. And then after that, I'm gonna start marching into the Republic of Korea. Finally, and now in southern Manchuria, we are actually starting to push them back. And I'm also going to try to wipe out the Republic of Korea, since nobody likes an independent Korea. Look at that, and now we are just full-on massacring the Qing Empire's troops now. And sure, our push was a little bit slow, but now it's actually getting faster. Since with all the encirclements being closed and solidified, it's inevitable that the Qing Empire will capitulate to us eventually. And then after that, I'm going to do a spirit into Seoul, and then after that, I'm going to march into the lands of Mengkukuo, like Shengde. And then after that, I'm going to try to encircle all of these troops here and get rid of these bastards.
Слушаю.
Alright, and now it's time to march into Dalian and get rid of that freshwater port. Good, and now there it goes. More dead Qing men in Manchuria. Look at that. And a 10 division encirclement of Qing men. And then after that we can just keep on pushing them out of Manchuria.
Продолжаем атаку! Входим! До приказа! На... Вперед! Выходим! До приказа!
Look at this, and another possible encirclement, and it wasn't, but at least we're just pushing into Beijing now. So that's now Beijing is very close to us now. Alright, after that, one last offensive into Korea.
До приказа! Мирно!
Come on, go and take Beijing. Yes, and now the capital of the Qing Empire has been taken. And then after that, I'm going to try to encircle all of these troops here and just cripple their armies. And after that, I'm going to march into Baoding, take all of these tiles. Look at that. More encirclements of the Qing Empire's troops. Look at this, just full-on encirclements. And honestly, this is the only thing that is keeping us in the fight right now. Just the encirclements of the Qing armies. Look at that, and now Shibe-Sanma is gone. So now they are out of the fight. Look at that, and now starting to march into Xinjiang. Zhengzhou is taken. Ooh, encirclement. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to see through, but if I can complete this one, encirclement might cause the end of the Qing army. Look at that, and now it's gonna be one more tile breached. Look at that, another insane encirclement performed by the Russian state. And then I feel like after that encirclement, it's just gonna be the end of the Qing. And now there goes the Qing Empire, and now it's annex everyone. Or just try to annex everyone. And now we have annexed the entirety of China, and I'm gonna start making puppets out of them. And then you know what? Just to torture myself even more, I'm just gonna go conquer the Far Eastern Republic, and then after that end the video, since I don't think we have fully restored Russian glory if we still have some horses running around in Siberia. And then after that, I'm going to be setting up port guards since they're part of the Japanese faction, and since I don't have a navy, I gotta get rid of, well, I just gotta defend against their naval invasions. That's my point. Defend against their naval invasions. And then after that, I'm just going to send these guys here on an offensive, going into Far Eastern Republic. And I'm also not going to justify war goal for Yakutsk, and that's something the fate of Korea. Oh, screw Japan. We are making a Korean puppet, and China release the right Kuomintang. Look at that, and now we got a nice Republic of China over here. And now we have split China into a bunch of puppet states, and now I'm going to go invade the Siberian state, eventually. Alright, time for me to now wait for my troops to redeploy in the north, and then after that go and take down this Far Eastern Republic. But first I need to wait for my troops to reorganize and get in the front lines. And I think it's time to end Siberia. Kill them. We are at war, call everyone in, and go. And destroy the Siberian state. Ooh, so Japan offers peace? You know, why not? Good, and now I have got South Sakhalin. And now guess what? We are still at war with Siberia, which means that now they are no longer allied with Japan, which means that now I got South Sakhalin with me, so when I capitulate the Far Eastern Republic, I can declare the Russian state as the strongest nation in the world. Alright, and now it's time to punch through Khabarovsk, and then after that destroy this incompetent Far Eastern Republic once and for all. Since we have taken Khabarovsk, since they still haven't capitulated, I am going just to spearhead into more Siberian lands, and then after that get rid of their incompetent state.
Так точно! Выходим! Готов! Я готов! Ройс! Я готов!
I swear to God, I have literally taken the entirety of the Far Eastern Republic, and they're still refusing to surrender. Really, bro, I can't even march up there. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna go kill their entire military, and then after that, just keep on chilling. And after when I'm done with this Far Eastern Republic, I'm gonna end the video. Now there goes the Far Eastern Republic, annex them, and look at that. The Russian state has now been brought to its glory. And I can say that we can end the video now. The Russian state is now one of the strongest powerhouses in the world. And that's it. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and see you all next time.